Welcome to the John Show with your host, John Doogie Clouser.
All right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Clouser. Episode 201. It's like we had a bunch of Dalmatians, and then we just times it by 2, and we had 100, 200. Wait, actually, it'd just be. You don't times it by 2, John. It'd be 202 Dalmatians instead of 201. Wait, yeah. Anyway, what's up? How are you guys? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing swell. Hope you guys are staying healthy. I'm a little bit under, I'm not going to say under the weather anymore. I was a little stuffy, a little congested most of this week during the Christmas holiday. It was weird. It was just weird. Would drive a car, get a little bit of motion sickness. It was crazy. It was rough, I guess. But yeah, we got through it. Just like, just like how, Mary and Joseph were able to find a place for Jesus to have the baby. Anyway, but yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had a good Christmas. Hanukkah's been over for a minute. Kwanzaa, I think, is still going on this week. I think maybe today or tomorrow. Tomorrow, last day of it. Something like that. Because I think it lasts a week. Pretty sure Kwanzaa lasts a week. Lasts a week. Yeah. So hope you got everything what you wanted. Hope you guys had a great Hollywood holiday season. Yeah. Even if you didn't get what you want, I hope you guys were able to spend time with your family. Because it's not about getting stuff. It's crazy, but if you do get stuff, you should be very appreciative of it. Yeah, because it's very nice when someone does that for you. But yeah, like I said, we're here on a new episode. Just living life. Yeah, this is what I'm filming this on December 30th at about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. We are almost into a new year. Did all y'all have, holiday, was it? It's funny because there's two things that goes on during this time. People are like, oh man, I just ate so much. I ate too much food for the holiday season. It's like, no, you didn't. This is not why you're fat. This is not why. It's because all the decisions you made up leading up to this, and this was your, basically your 4th of July is your winter 4th of July. Yeah, that's basically what it is. But yeah, that's not the problem. The problem is you just don't like it. I haven't worked out in 2 weeks. Has been about 2 weeks, but about 12 days now. And the thing is, I didn't go over crazy. I didn't eat too much on Thanksgiving. I didn't eat any, I didn't eat any desserts because I'm an adult, and I think that's for kids. I think there's certain things that are for kids. I think I'm starting to not. I'm like, you know what, John, you should stop eating candy. You're not a child. It sucks because don't get me wrong, I love it. I love gummy bears, but it's like, John, I think it's time. I think it's about that time where you need to let that go. It was fun, and when you do this stuff, people are like, why? I'm sorry. They're like, I'm sorry that you had people in your life that made it seem like you shouldn't enjoy things. It's like, it's not about that. It's about maybe how about in 6 months from now, I'm like, oh, there's a small bag of gummy worms. Oh, I'll eat it. Now I'll be fine. I'll be out be with some friends, having fun, and then I'll eat it. And then I'll move on with my life. It won't be like something I do on Friday. I go to the Dollar General or I go to the gas station and I buy $6 worth of gummy bear, and I feel good. I did this and then I eat it, and by the end of the week and I feel like shit. It's like, you know what? And the thing is, I'm older. I'm getting old. My birthday is on Monday. government birthday. It's not the real birthday. I don't know what real birthday is. It's one of those things. And when you get adopted and you're from a third world country, you don't have a real birth certificate, so you don't know your real birthday. La la la. Maybe that's why I don't like birthdays. It's not I don't like birthdays. It's just like I just think that as an adult, like, don't get me wrong, like, you're dating someone, you love them, like, yeah, you should get them something. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the people that are like, oh, I'm a Sagittarius, and then you see them partying and they're like 46 and you're like, dude, bro, like, let it go. Like, just this is not our time anymore. It's like that person who goes to the club. It's like, you shouldn't, like, at my age, like, I shouldn't be going to a club. People look at me, it's like, my time has passed. My time there is gone. It's over. It's done and over with. You should want to have other things, because it's so funny, because people are like, I'm sorry that you had people in your life that made you feel that having or celebrating your birthday is a bad thing. It's like, no, it's not that at all. It's just I don't want this attention. Like, I just assume at this point in my life that you want attention from accomplishments. Like, get a master's degree, get an MBA. You get it from Harvard. Yeah, you should, like, kind of boast and brag about it a little bit and be like, then you move on and then you get a real job, and then you just do your thing, and then every 2 weeks when you get a paycheck, that's your accomplishment. That's your reward. That's your, like, oh my God, it's your birthday. That's what it is. That's it. It's not it's not, oh, it's my birthday and I'm 35. Like, weird it is? I'm like, I don't want a cake. It's not that I don't, like, think it's a bad thing. I'm like, yeah, it's so nice to give me a cake. But I'm like, I'm an adult. I'm older now. I'm like, I pay taxes. Like, I just don't think that, like, I can see someone who's 24, senior in college. Oh, yeah, you go to Cancun for, oh, awesome. I can understand, like, it's your birthday, I guess, and you want to go to a vacation someplace, but you don't make it a big deal. You just, like, because you're an adult and you can do that. It's just, that's the thing. That's where it is. It's not wanting the attention, because you should want an attention. Every year you should want to get attention for other things, like accomplishments, things you have done, things you've worked hard for, you've worked hard at when no one else is looking, when no one else is watching. And then, like, out of nowhere, it's like, oh, what has Jim been doing? Oh yeah, Jim's been getting his doctorate. Now he's a surgeon. It's like, holy shit, that's awesome. Good for him. Holy fuck, Jim's doing something. And then everyone moves the fuck on. And then Jim, every 2 weeks, gets paid a significant amount of money, and that is his little pat on the back, and he doesn't have to get reinsured by fucking adults. Whoa, John, it sounds like you have, like, a problem with it. It's like, I really don't, but I get it. And that's the thing. Like I was told, my mind just naturally goes negative. And it's like, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to be funny. I'm like, just trying to look at things a little differently. I'm just trying to look at things differently. Yeah, is it a little rough around the edges? Yes. I'll admit that. I can admit that. I'm a dude sitting in a room, talking to a microphone, looking to a camera. Like, I'm like, what am I doing? I'm no better than anyone. I'm not. It's just fun. It's just fun to be a curmudgeon, because I'm curmudgeon for this. And then, like, what I need to do, though, I need to start separating the two, being in real life, being just like a person who doesn't give a shit. It just don't do anything. Just don't react, and then come on here and be a douche if you want on here. It's just part of growing up, It's just like my birthday. It's on Monday, and I'm a Capricorn. I read my horoscope, not because I wanted to, because it was shoved in my fucking face. Because God knows everyone knows this self-help bullshit, and that's what it is bullshit. Like, it's just not all of it. Again, going negative. It's not all bullshit, but most of it is. But it's like, yeah, like it said, like, Capricorns, you learned a lot the last couple years, but this year's going to be easy for us. We're going to take all the stuff that we learned from all the hardships, and we're going to be able to apply it to something. It's like, that shit only works. That shit only works only if you're actually doing something and you're going to start applying yourself to it, and you've been applying yourself to it. And like the thing is, at that point, if you're applying yourself, you're not even aware of what's going on, because you're just looking down, doing your own thing. You know, I'm just a man doing a podcast, and he's like looks up and he's like, oh yeah, I'm 1/3 done already with this podcast, with this show. So yeah, but again, I really do hope you guys had a great Hollywood season. You know, Oscars are coming up. I think that's why my mind just like, you know. And do you guys hear about that? The actor from what movie was it? It was Parasite. He killed himself. Guess he overdosed. He took some pills, I guess, and probably killed himself. Sad. Don't really like talking about that stuff. It's fucking sad. Like, not because, and it's like this is not my place to be talking about this. A movie though you should see, Leave the World Behind, based off a novel with Kevin Bacon in it. Julia Roberts could still act her ass off. Holy shit, can she act? Great movie. Great movie. It was shot so well. I can understand people. There's a lot of people that don't like the ending to it, but I don't see the problem with it. Granted, I write a lot of short fiction stories, and so a lot of short fiction stories you kind of end on a hook, or you end on like a moment, and sometimes you're not. The whole point of it is you're not meant to fully wrap up the whole idea, because it's only one part of an idea of a greater thought, because it tends to be like a lot of times writers will write a short story, and that short story usually tends to be like a chapter in a novel. So it is what it is. And also a humble brag that I write. Like I hate talking about it. I hate saying that, like, because I always feel like it's pretentious. I always do. I always feel like I'm being really, really pretentious with it. It's like, no one cares, dude. No one cares. Until you actually you actually have like at least something published, then I think people will take and give you a little bit of a merit and be like, oh, okay, what are you working on? Besides that, like, you shouldn't really want to talk about it that much. I don't think you should. That, granted, this is just me, because I rather get the attention for having a finished accomplished thing, in the sense of like getting published, versus like, oh, yeah, I was like, well, yeah, if I want to be a writer, like, this is what I should be doing. Like, this isn't like, yeah, I want to be a filmmaker. I want to do stuff with lighting and films and cameras and audio and stuff like that. So I should be doing something like a podcast. It's like this is not an accomplishment. Like, this isn't the accomplishment. This is just part of like the fucking thing. This is like me going to the gym and working out. Like, great. This is also a man who has a lot of pent up energy from not going to the gym for 2 weeks. But hey, it's okay. It's life. This is just what we do. This is how we are. This is the thing, is like, you gotta eat yourself out of the gym if you want to be able to enjoy the gym, I guess. I heard that once in a sauna in Phoenix, and I was like, what? I'm like, okay, turd. But yeah, it's just, world, life, the world, the earth, the moon. It's weird how the moon is so almost the same size as the earth. It's almost like it's not like that in any other planet, any other galaxy. There's no other planet who's like Earth that has a moon like us. Like, there's no other planet that has a moon like us. No big deal. And it's kind of crazy how, you look at the craters, and all the craters only go so far down. Some people might say that it's hollow. I don't think it's true, but it makes you question things. It makes you question it, kind of like the whole thing with, dude, you want to know something that angers people so much? Bring up the whole Kobe Bryant and the whole sexual allegation thing. Alleged. It is all alleged. It is. Bring that up and watch people lose their shit. It's, the moon is fake. We didn't land on the moon. Kobe Bryant thing. It's just in the top 3 of things will just infuriate people. It just, or like Trump's the election with Trump. That was the thing. I don't know. I just don't know. You don't know either. So shut the fuck up about it. You have no clue. You don't have an MBA. You don't have any sort of a thing. You work at Quiznos like I do. You work a bullshit job by the man who has you by the fucking nuts. Shut up. You get lucky. We have, maybe if you're lucky, you can roll over half of your sick days to the next year without losing them, or you have to use them. If you're lucky. Other than that, shut up. You don't know anymore. I don't know. We don't, Same thing with the whole fucking, I stay with Pakistan. I stay with Israel. It's like, you don't know much of that either. You're not over there, buddy. It's just a lot. It seems like a lot of people who just want attention are the ones who are talking. It just seems like a lot of, it just seems like a lot of, truthfully, what I think, when I think is truthfully, I think it's just a fucking lot of white people talking a lot of shit for people who they think that don't have a voice. It's like, no, we can talk if you just shut the fuck up and just let us talk. But you don't. You want to be the center of this attention when it's like you're not the one getting attacked. Grant, I'm not getting attacked either, so I should shut the fuck up. Moving on. Leave the World Behind. Great movie. Shot well. Holy shit, was it shot well. Acting superb. Understand the ending. I understand. But I thought it was funny because all the characters got what they wanted. Except, mostly for the most part, except the boy. He might have lost something, and because he lost something, that kind of sucks. But he did get something to help him from the thing that he lost. I'm trying to say this without spoiling any of the movie, but it's like, come on, just watch it. It's really good. What was something else? I started watching, fell asleep. I have to admit that, but it's your standard cult documentary. Someone who has a family member, and you see their family's point of view. Then you have the journalist who is was like, this is weird, and then starts following and going down this rabbit hole of some certain thing, of some sort of person, blah blah blah. But it's Twin Peaks. Was it Escaping Twin Peaks? Not Twin Peaks. Twin Ferns. Oh God, what is it called? Was it Escaping Twin Flames? That's what it was. Because I knew it was like I'm like flame. It was like, because it was so stupid, and it makes you want to say that's just gay. But you can't say that, and you can't say that unless you spell it Ghea, then or Ghey. Then it's okay. It's not the same. Hey. Anyway, so, but yeah, it's your standard, cult people. This guy and this woman start this whole thing with this relationship thing. They teach you hey, if you buy their books, you take her classes, and then you can possibly find the person you're meant to be with the rest of your life. Blah blah blah. It's a lot of just white people and just one person of color that gets trapped into this whirlwind of stuff. It's just woof. Because it's always okay, it's going to be full of white people. When it's a cult documentary, it's going to be just a fucking barn full of white people. Because they all ride horses. They all they all do that Little House on the Prairie kind of parting in the middle of their hair and the pigtails like girls do. That kind of thing. But there's always the thing is is it going to be an Indian? Is it going to be a black person? Is it going to be a Latino? What is it going to be? It hardly ever is an Asian, because the Asians never, they don't really fall for this kind. They're like, no, I'm good. No, they don't smell when they sweat. That's the thing. That's actually a real thing. They don't have the genetics or the genes, the thing that makes you smell, release the pheromones when you sweat. Yeah, they don't have that like everyone else does, every other race. Yeah, kind of the thing. That's kind of the same. That's kind of one of those things, Somewhere, someone's listening to this and like, you're a racist asshole. But you know what? Google it. Google it. Google it. Hell, it's not like I don't have time here to Google it, but I'm not going to. It's just, I'm a man with a fake fireplace. Why would you ever take this seriously? Why would you watch this? This is just my practice. My practice. Anyway, God, what else do I have? I don't even know what to talk about. Oh, very unpopular opinion, which I need to feel like I have 10 more minutes. I have 9 more minutes. I just need to kill time. Let me take a swig on this one because this is an opinion on something that a lot of people are gonna get really upset about, which is good because like then they can just leave and then like there's just not those people anymore. That's what I love. That's what I love about Instagram. It's like just say something, they might not like it. Guess what? They'll just not follow you, and guess what? You were too much of a pussy to hang on me anyway. So fuck off. Well, that happened. So there's this thing called AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. Alcoholic Anonymous. I'm not part of it. Never been part of it. Don't really drink that much. So this isn't, but something that irritates the living shit out of me is the people who brag about being an Alcoholic Anonymous. Because I think the whole point of it is to be anonymous about it. Because, the point of it is to be sober and to live a life outside of whatever your substances that you are, alcohol or whatever, are NA. What is it? NA is Narcotics Anonymous. Someone. Anyway, so whatever one is like in like those chips and stuff like that. Those are for you. Those aren't to show off to other people because guess what? When you start talking about that you're in AA, you might inspire someone. Yes, I'm not saying you can't, and I understand. Like that's you might be. I'm just trying to help other people who are going through the same thing. Like yes. But when you don't have a degree in this, you fucking twat. You don't. Two, you need to shut up and get a real hobby if you want to get people's attention. It's simple as that. But the big thing is. You might inspire someone to join AA, and that's beautiful. And guess what? You might go off the wagon. You could possibly go off the wagon. Guess what? If you go off the wagon, then you have to go around and be like, oh my, I have to tell your sponsor, like, I get off the wagon, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know what? And then guess what? Then that person who like was like looking up to you might then go off the wagon too, because they're like, well, what's the point? Like that person I was looking up to, I thought they had all the answers. They fucked up, and then they might just binge and just say fuck the whole thing and ruin their whole life. So you're just not supposed to talk about it. You're just supposed to live it. You do it. You be a sponsor. You can be a sponsor, for fuck's sakes. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. You can just be a sponsor if you really want to talk about it. If you really want to be part of it, you be a sponsor. Hell, you know what? I want to be as much as I want to be a filmmaker, I want to coach football. So I write down plays. But I don't go around fucking showing people these fucking football plays. You know why? Because it's a fucking asshole move. It's an asshole move. I'm going to do that. It's when if I get an assistant job, I'll show my plays to that person. Then I'll move on. We'll go from there. But you don't have to. You just don't need to talk about it. It's so rude. And I think it's what's irritating to me is maybe it's because I'm also cynical. Because haven't we not talked about this? But is this the fact that you think it's like, why you think that like people are going to get attention, like it's so funny because like people will like post about it. It's always on Facebook. They'll post about like how like, oh, I'm like sober now and all this stuff, and like they'll get like 200 likes on that thing, and like they in their mind it goes off. It's like, oh, this will be my new addiction. I'll just get people's attention through this. And then what starts happening? They start posting all the time about like these like little things. Like it'll be like a TikTok about like, oh, how like the one thing I regret the most when I was an addict It's like abandoning my kids. It's like, dude, no one wants to hear about this shit. Like, again, that should be in you. That should be your problem, not our problem. Because I didn't fucking abandon my kids. You abandoned your kids. You're the asshole for doing that, not me. So, and granted, this is also someone who was abandoned by their mother. So I don't have strong of feelings. I don't have much sympathy when I hear someone's like, oh yeah, I did meth for 8 months and then my kids got taken away from me and then like, oh, or I got too drunk and I got pulled over and got my 4th DUI. It's like, yeah, well, you shouldn't have been doing that, you dumb twat. Like, you shouldn't have. You just shouldn't have. And granted, is this aggressive? Yeah, but there's truth in there. If it angers you and it makes you upset, it's probably because I'm a little bit right. There's a little bit of rightness. I'm also a little wrong because I shouldn't be taking it with this much anger. It's not my fucking problem. It isn't. It just isn't. But, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, some people like, John, that you do this, it's stupid as hell. Why do you do this podcast? Why do you do it so fucking dumb? It's so dumb. Like, you're right. It is dumb. Guess what, though? I can admit to it. And then, I post and I ghost and I just, if you want to check it out, check it out. If you don't, bye. And I move on. We all just move on from this whole thing. But it is what it is. What it is. It's just, it's life. This is also the man that needs to go take his dog on a walk, who also still needs a write for today. Man who also needs to edit today as well. I have to edit 3 things now. I have my old short film I still need to work on. I need to finally export it. I believe I'm done with it. My new short film, and then this podcast. So it's like I have a bunch of stuff. But you know what I should start doing? I should start, podcasting anonymous and just start posting. No, John, don't even make fun of it. Don't, because it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's a great thing. It's just the ones. And the thing is, like, John, you're only seeing the bad ones. You're not seeing any of the good stuff. So you gotta understand, like, you're gonna have this negative opinion if you only see one side of it. Duh. See, cost and analysis. You see it. You see a problem. You gotta understand, John. Gotta be fun. See, I can have fun too. I'm just having fun. I'm just trying to kill 29 minutes. Because I do this every week, and I talk by myself on a podcast. So you do it. It's fun. You'll definitely will learn. You'll grow. You'll get better at speaking. You think, and then you talk out in public, and you'll be with people, and you just start stuttering, and you stutter through a whole sentence, so a whole night of every time you talk. You're like, am I touched? Like, I gotta be touched. Like, I have to be, because who stutters this much? It is what it is. It is fun. It's a good time. We are here having fun. But yeah, so, this is the last podcast of the year. What's funny is, we've been doing this. It's another year over. We did it. 2024. Happy hallelujah. Yippee-ki-yay. Hope you guys are safe when you guys do that. Don't do anything dumb. Don't be stupids. Have fun, enjoy your time, understand that this whole thing might be, we might be just little like pogs for the lizard people who live on the moon, and when we die, they just send back our souls, and we get into a new body, and then they just eat our souls, and then there is a building on the moon that harbors the energy for the fact that we can, have the souls go into another body for the lizard people. And this is weird. I'm not the one, but there's a picture. The Japanese are the ones that found it. I didn't find it. It wasn't the Americans. It was the Chinese, and they call it the Mystery Hut. These are conspiracy theories. This is life, guys. All right. Well, I think this is the podcast. I think we're done. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, as you can tell. All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys on the next episode. All right. Bye.